Well, good morning and welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. Today on the channel, we are going to do some early spring cleaning. Stick around. So a couple months ago, when we got this almost 5 cords split and stacked, we had decided that we were going to start stacking this way in the wood yard as opposed to running one long row down the property. I've already started putting one together here. We have to do some leaf removal. I've got to do something with this junk here. This was some of the stuff left over weighing down the tarps on the firewood. So between this tree here, this beech tree right here, and these 2 gum trees, I should be able to get 5 more rows here, which would end up giving me 10 additional cord here where I could only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before. So let's see if we can make this happen. Well, one of the first things we're going to do is get rid of some of these leaves. I moved those pallets that were stacked up here over to where they will be going here soon, because the first stuff that we're going to split will be the rest of the gum. And like I said, being this close to the road, should there be any dishonest people, they could steal the gum. Silly dog. She's having a blast. Hopefully I was able to catch Veda playing in the leaves and jumping for all of them. I love watching that little girl have fun. Puppies are the best. Make sure you guys give all your 4-legged friends a hug from me today, and Miss Taryn. Take care of your babies. Well, since this was the first one that we set up, we're gonna go ahead and get this one, get the end board put on here. And if there are some folks that are watching today that haven't seen this method, what we're doing is we're creating a 4 foot wide. We'll stack a little bit taller than 4 foot, and then we're gonna make these pallets inside to inside, the ends 8 foot. That way we have pre-measured cords or thirds of a cords, ricks, rows, whatever you wanna call them. And Veda's over there playing again. Hopefully you can see her again. But this one here is already secured. So then we simply go to the inside of the other one, come over, and we measure 8 feet. So the inside of our pallets on our marks. And then we'll run some screws into each slat that we can. So here I'm just using some 3-inch deck screws. That's all I have. I used to always carry drywall screws, but my dad taught me that these deck screws have a little bit more, I believe it's tensile strength, which means, you know, the force that it takes for it to snap in half. These are a little bit more durable. So I started using these. Yeah, they're a lot more expensive, but when you need things to stay in place and not break or snap, you know, there's always a right tool for the right job. And I just go through and put a couple in here, and I'm putting these on an angle because the way the threads are, if I go straight down, there won't be anything holding it. So if I go on an angle, the threads still catch a little bit. I could probably be using some 2-inch if I had them. Well, work with what you got, right? So there, the bottom is secure. Now we need to figure out what we need to run our angle brace here. And it looks like I need about 47 inches, maybe 4 foot. Another way you can do this, watch out, BB, watch out, baby girl, is you can put it on here, you know, set it where it's gonna be, mark it, and there we go. Now I know I can cut this and trash that, and there's my board for this side. So I know some people say that they don't like using these because sometimes they split. Well, I've got a solution for that. I don't know what this thing is called, but it is like a countersink bit, and I use this thing on everything. Anytime I put a screw somewhere where I'm going against the grain, or I guess with the grain where it has the ability to split or crack, I pre-drill. Pre-drilling saves you every time from cracks. Hey Veda, where you at, baby girl? What are you doing? We had a bird get smoked by a car, and she's over here investigating. But we line this thing back up where it goes. Pre-drill, and this even leaves a little countersink, which is pretty cool. Get that in there. Get 2 screws ready. There's that one. And again, I don't have to pre-drill down here, but I'm going to because I like to pre-drill. And the reason you wouldn't have to pre-drill this one down here is because it's got enough meat from the end of the board that it's not going to want to split. There's one side, let's do the other one. Again, this is the same process as I did on the other side. Just line your board up, pre-drill it. I'll probably be in your way here. I'm trying to keep you out of the sun though. Can I do this left-handed without messing up? There we go. My 8-foot actually falls right on the outside of this. So what we're gonna do is I cut some 4-foot 2x4s. These were from the shed that we tore down over the summer. And I will attach these just like this. And then when I get my pallet over here, I can rest the pallet on here. That'll give me the additional 4.5 inches I need to make 8 feet. And for these, you don't have to pre-drill. I am going to go through and at least put one into every brace or every cross slat that's in here. You don't have to go overkill on this because there's not going to be any real big, weight bearing issue. Well, there's that. Now we have a spot where we can set the pallet to make 8 feet. So same thing we did on the other side. Put this on here, get her lined up, screw her down. Do some damage control here on this slat. We will actually flip it around. Now this is a, for instance, where you want to pre-drill. And this ain't going to be perfect, but at least it'll tie up my corner. Maybe, if I can get it. Might have to put it on after I do my brace. There we go. Probably should have pre-drilled that one, but oh well. Now, because all pallets are not made equal, I have nothing to screw to down here. So what we're going to do is take this 2x4 and we'll put a couple screws in these, and then that gives me something to screw to when I put this on my angle. But first we're going to, put it about where we need it. Which I think I'm going to go about like that. And then we'll go get these cut off and come back. I'm just getting over the C word. You know, that virus. It's not the first time I've had it. This one didn't last as long, but it definitely beat me up. Last weekend, I had crazy fever. I couldn't get warm. I was sweating, you know, had them cold sweats. And I still got the sniffles. This was more like sinusy for me. But it started off with Taryn having that, and then me taking care of her. She gave it to me. But it was, you know, a week later I picked it up from her. Or maybe it just laid dormant in me for a week and then decided to say, hey man, you got it. But trying to get my energy back, trying to get out here and do something. So there's one cord set up, and this will be the next cord of gum, sweet gum. And this one here, I do have to finish this little half of a face cord, but that's okay. I don't mind walking for half of a face cord. I need the exercise anyway. And once I get some more of my corner pieces ripped down in half, I could start setting this up over here. I guess I really didn't need to blow this today. But we are supposed to get 1 to 3 inches of snow coming up tonight into tomorrow. So I figured I'd get out here and get some of this ready, because once I get through a little bit more at Brad's, I'm going to pull my machine home and I'm going to start splitting on some stuff myself. But with me being sick for over a week, we burned through a bunch of wood inside. So I got to bring some wood in. So let's go bring some wood in. So we got the window open. I pull my chute up. I hook it to my window well. And there you go. Voila. Chute is ready to receive wood. So when I was at Brad's last, I forgot that I filled my big 4-wheeler up with a bunch of kindling. When we cleaned up his yard, I guess it was, I don't know, last week sometime, before I started getting sick. So let's get this kindling in the house, and then we'll bring in some wood. That is a good amount of kindling. And excuse my messy basement. We don't really use kindling much, as we use fire starters, but when we don't keep the fire going all the time and we need to restoke it, a couple pieces of kindling always gets this thing fired right back up. Well, that is going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out, tuning in, and we will see you here next Saturday, 6:30 a.m. Hope everybody has an awesome rest of your weekend and a great week. Stay safe.